I didn't know what to do back home. I literally had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, so I thought, let's do something different. And I was thinking about going abroad, seeing different places, going to different places.
I came here because I didn't really know what to do. I wanted to gain some experience, and I thought Santa Barbara was a really good choice for that. I had to go to the bank so they could write me a letter saying that I had over $24,000 in my bank account. I had to go to the organization that takes care of the tax in Sweden, asking them for a birth certificate.
Well, the process is quite hard to get a visa in the United States. You have to do a lot of different things, a lot of paper to fill in. You have to visit the embassy in Stockholm.
Then you'll go for an interview. I mean, they ask different questions per different person, so it's kind of wrong calling it an interview, because as I've understood, they asked me pretty few questions and other people have gotten a lot more questions, so they check out background information and those part.
You have to answer a lot of different security questions, like if you have killed anyone or thinking of killing everyone, or if you have ever tried to create a bomb or something like that. Really unnecessary questions, but they want to know it, so you just have to answer it.
Oh, it was really tough. For example, I had my girlfriend back in Sweden. I really miss her a lot. I miss her the most, actually. It wasn't really that difficult leaving my friends and family, because I know they will be there, but leaving my girlfriend behind was, I mean, we said we're going to spend our lives together. It was really hard leaving her behind, because she's a part of me. It feels really strange leaving a part of me at home. I said I wanted to go to Santa Barbara, and she didn't really think it was a good idea at first. But then we discussed it and convinced her that it was a good idea. So we said that we are going to do a long distance relationship for the first semester, and she will come here for the second semester. So we will be together then.
The first thing I come up with is like, it's much cheaper to live here. The food is much cheaper, the gas is cheaper. I think housing is cheaper as well.
It's really different. I mean, the Americans are much more open people than the Swedish people. For example, if you walk by a person here in the US, everyone greets you, says, "Hey, how are you doing?" They stop to talk to you. But in Sweden, like, it's almost rude to say a friendly word in the cashier when you buy something. So in that point of view, it's really different.
I was out running here in Santa Barbara one day, and some guy passing by complimented my shoes. Back home, that would never happen, unless I didn't know the person. So that's one thing. At the bus, a stranger would never talk to you in Sweden, almost never. Maybe some old people, but not someone young. Here, I can sit down and suddenly start talking with a random person, so that's the main difference.
Just the attitude. The American attitude is so much more positive than the Swedish attitude. A bit funny being in Sweden here, because everyone is so kind, everyone is so happy, and you become more positive than you actually were before when you came here to Sweden. So if you think you were a positive person when you lived in Sweden, then you're almost native in America. So I guess that's the biggest difference.
I would prefer to live in USA, not just Santa Barbara, but I think that would be good for me. I like it so much more because it's so great in Sweden, not only the weather, but the life in general. I don't know if it's because of you live after a certain pattern at home, and here it's much more do what you want for the day, but right now I would prefer to stay here.